Let's take one last glance at the moments that touched our hearts, the ones that linger in our memories. The passing of Professor Tupperman left us all in shock and deep sorrow. But just 12 years later, The Big Bang Theory forever altered the course of their lives. It was a tale filled with cherished characters, unforgettable experiences, yet it was only when the cameras stopped rolling that the real journey truly began. After all these years, one star fought legal battles at the age of 101, while another made the bold decision to renounce their U.S. citizenship to take on one of the most shocking roles of their career. An actor who had once been universally adored and was never expected to land such a role is now breaking their silence. They're sharing untold stories of feuds, failures, and unexpected triumphs that followed their meteoric rise to fame on The Big Bang Theory. If you're eager to uncover the surprising stories of the Big Bang Theory cast, make sure to hit that like button, share the video, and leave a comment below to let us know your thoughts. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you never miss out on any of our exciting content. Now let's dive into the story. Jim Parsons became a household name for his portrayal of Sheldon Cooper on The Big Bang Theory. Over the course of 12 seasons, he brought the socially awkward genius to life, earning 4 Primetime Emmy Awards and a Golden Globe. By the time the show wrapped up in 2019, he had become one of the highest-paid actors in television, earning $1 million per episode at his peak. His total earnings from the series amounted to approximately $177.7 million. In 2018, CBS offered him a $50 million deal for additional seasons, but Parsons turned it down. His decision ultimately led to the show's end, and later he explained that it was simply time for him to move on. Although he stepped away from his role as Sheldon Cooper, Jim Parsons remained involved in the world of The Big Bang Theory as both a storyteller and executive producer for Young Sheldon, which continued airing until 2024. After that, Parsons dove into a variety of new projects. In 2020, he starred in Netflix's limited series Hollywood, earning an Emmy nomination for his portrayal of Henry Wilson, a charismatic yet merciless talent agent. In 2022, he took on a powerful dramatic role in Spoiler Alert, a romantic drama based on journalist Michael Oyelo's memoir. His performance received widespread acclaim for its emotional depth, showcasing a side of Parsons' talent that had yet to be fully explored. In 2024, Jim Parsons made his return to Broadway, taking on a lead role in Our Town at the Ethel Barrymore Theater. As the stage manager, he guided the audience through the story, marking a departure from his sitcom comedy roots and demonstrating his impressive versatility. That same year, he also teamed up with Jessica Lange in Paula Vogel's Mother Play, another project that showcased his remarkable theatrical range, further establishing his talents beyond just acting. These roles proved Parsons' ability to shine in diverse genres, from television to theater, solidifying his place as a multifaceted performer. Jim Parsons has also made a significant mark as a producer. Since 2015, he and his husband, Todd Spywak, have run That's Wonderful Productions, the company behind Special, 2019 to 2021, an Emmy-nominated series about a gay man with cerebral palsy. Parsons is particularly drawn to projects that amplify underrepresented voices, using his platform to create content that sheds light on important, often overlooked stories. Looking ahead, fans often speculate whether he might return to the role of Sheldon. While he's joked that a revival would require a resurrection, he hasn't entirely dismissed the idea of making a guest appearance in the Big Bang Theory spin-off. His openness to the possibility leaves room for fans to dream of one last glimpse of Sheldon Cooper. In his personal life, Jim Parsons remains down to earth. He and Todd Spywak have been married since 2017, united by their shared passion for creative storytelling, yet they've chosen not to have children. Reflecting on his journey, Parsons feels nothing but gratitude. Taking the risk of leaving the Big Bang Theory has paid off, as his career continues to flourish with new projects and opportunities. His ability to embrace change and pursue his passions outside of his iconic role as Sheldon Cooper has allowed him to carve out a fulfilling and diverse career. For 12 years, Kaley Cuoco was America's beloved neighbor girl, a role that made her a household name. But when The Big Bang Theory came to an end in 2019, her biggest role in life reached its conclusion. Faced with the choice of fading into television history or proving she was more than just Penny, Kaley didn't hesitate. Instead of waiting for the perfect role to come her way, she boldly carved out her own path, taking risks that no one saw coming. She founded her own production company, Norman Productions, and wasted no time diving into exciting new projects. Her breakthrough project came with The Flight Attendant, an HBO Max series that debuted in 2020. Cuoco portrayed Cassie Bowden, a flight attendant caught up in a murder mystery after a seemingly innocent one-night stand takes a deadly turn. This role marked a dramatic shift from her usual comedic style. Cassie was chaotic, unpredictable, and battled alcoholism, requiring intense emotional depth. Cuoco rose to the challenge, showcasing her dramatic acting skills in a way audiences hadn't seen before. The show was a success, earning her nominations for both an Emmy and a Golden Globe, marking a defining moment in her career. Simultaneously, she embraced another challenge by voicing Harley Quinn in an animated series that premiered in 2019. The show was daring, violent, and filled with dark humor. Cuoco's take on Harley infused the character with a fresh vitality, and fans were captivated by her performance. This was yet another triumph for her, but she wasn't content to rest. She kept the momentum going with Meet Cute, a 2022 romantic comedy where she starred alongside Pete Davidson. In 2023, she took the lead in a dark comedy series inspired by a true story, diving into America's obsession with true crime, and proving once again that she was unafraid to take on bold, new roles. Some critics suggested that her recent roles were too similar to Cassie, but Cuoco continued to push forward, refusing to be confined by past characters. Now she's gearing up for one of the most significant films of her career, where she will portray Hollywood legend Doris Day in an upcoming biographical series. If it's a success, it could take her career in an entirely new direction. Cuoco has been open about the difficulties she encountered after The Big Bang Theory ended. She confesses that she feared nothing would ever match the show's incredible success, but she's proven time and again that her talent and versatility can carry her through any challenge. She made a conscious decision not to chase another sitcom role, instead focusing on projects that truly excited her. Resilience, however, was something Cuoco had developed long before her Hollywood career took off. Even during her time on The Big Bang Theory, things weren't always smooth behind the scenes. In 2017, she and other cast members chose to take a pay cut in order to boost the salaries of co-stars Mayim Bialik and Melissa Rauch. While this decision created some tension, an even bigger shock came in 2018 when Jim Parsons announced his departure from the show. Cuoco was blindsided by the news, and his exit marked the end of the series. The show wrapped up in 2019, and while she cherished playing Penny, Cuoco was dissatisfied with the character's conclusion. She felt that Penny's unexpected pregnancy in the final episode contradicted the character's journey and didn't align with her growth over the years. Johnny Galecki became a household name for his portrayal of Leonard Hofstadter in The Big Bang Theory, but after the show wrapped in 2019, his life took a different direction. Rather than staying in the Hollywood limelight, he opted for a quieter path, balancing creative projects with family and personal priorities. Shortly after The Big Bang Theory ended, Galecki returned to television in the role of David Healy in The Conners, a spin-off of Roseanne. This move allowed him to reconnect with audiences while embracing a role that was both familiar and fresh, as he navigated new chapters in his career. The Conners gave Johnny Galecki the opportunity to revisit his character, David Healy, and showcase how he had evolved over the years. However, Galecki didn't remain in the spotlight for long. Instead of focusing on acting, he shifted his attention to behind-the-scenes work. One of his most significant projects was A-OK, a sitcom set in 1991 that centered around a struggling internet startup company. Co-created with John Quaintance, a producer from Will and Grace, Galecki took on the role of executive producer for the project. This marked a new chapter in his career, where he could flex his creative muscles and contribute to the entertainment world in a different capacity. Although Johnny Galecki stepped away from television, he didn't completely abandon acting. He sought out roles in independent films, choosing projects that pushed him creatively rather than chasing major studio films. This decision to avoid big Hollywood roles reflected his desire to break free from being typecast as Leonard. While his career shifted, his personal life underwent even greater changes. In late 2019, he and Elena Meyer welcomed their first child, a son named Orbison, but their relationship ended in separation in 2020. A few years later, he married Morgan Galecki, and in 2023, they had a daughter named Una Evena. Seeking a quieter, more private life, Galecki left Los Angeles and relocated to Nashville, embracing a slower pace of life away from the entertainment industry's constant spotlight. During his time on The Big Bang Theory, Johnny Galecki faced challenges that most fans never knew about. In 2011, he was diagnosed with Bell's palsy, a condition that causes temporary facial paralysis. Despite experiencing numbness and drooping, he continued working without letting it impact his performance. Beyond acting, Galecki wasn't afraid to speak out, even when his views sparked controversy. After the tragic school shooting in Florida in 2018, he publicly supported gun control. His stance upset many fans, causing him to lose thousands of followers on social media, but he refused to back down or apologize for his beliefs, standing firm in his commitment to his values. Galecki's time on The Big Bang Theory also had its share of bizarre behind-the-scenes stories. Over the course of the 12-year run, he developed a quirky habit of sticking used chewing gum on a hidden wall of the set, a secret that was eventually revealed by co-star Kunal Nayyar. However, the biggest revelation came from Galecki himself, when he admitted that he was the only cast member to have sex in his dressing room during the entire run of the show, a detail that shocked both fans and colleagues alike. This candid admission added another layer of intrigue to the off-screen life of the beloved actor. Simon Helberg never set out to become a sitcom icon before The Big Bang Theory. He was simply another actor trying to carve out a career in Hollywood. Then, in 2007, he was cast as Howard Wolowitz, and the show exploded into a global sensation. For 12 years, Helberg brought to life the eccentric aerospace engineer, known for his tight pants and flashy belts. But when the show wrapped in 2019, a new challenge awaited him, proving he was more than just Howard. Helberg faced the task of breaking away from the role that had defined him for so long and carving a new path in his career. After The Big Bang Theory, Simon Helberg sought out unexpected roles to demonstrate his versatility. In 2021, he starred in Annette, a musical film alongside Adam Driver and Marion Cotillard. In this project, he portrayed a pianist, a complex and enigmatic character that was a stark contrast to Howard's loud, goofy persona. His dedication to the role was so intense that he even became a French citizen to help secure funding for the film. Although this step wasn't required, it underscored his unwavering commitment to the project, showcasing his willingness to go above and beyond for his craft. Critics lauded Simon Helberg's performance in Annette, solidifying his ability to thrive in serious films. He also made a guest appearance in Poker Face, a mystery series on Peacock, where he portrayed an FBI agent who balanced goofiness with humor, reminding audiences of his sharp comedic talent. While his role was limited to just one episode, it proved that he could still make a memorable impact on television, demonstrating his versatility and range beyond the iconic role of Howard Wolowitz. Long before The Big Bang Theory, Simon Helberg had already established a strong career. In 2016, he earned a Golden Globe nomination for his portrayal of Cosme McMoon in Florence Foster Jenkins, where he starred alongside Meryl Streep and Hugh Grant. He also appeared in films like A Serious Man, 2009, and Space Oddity, showcasing his ability to effortlessly transition between comedy and drama. These early roles highlighted his range and set the stage for his success on television, proving that he was a versatile actor long before becoming a household name as Howard Wolowitz. Outside of acting, Simon Helberg's personal life remains grounded. He has been married to actress Jocelyn Towns since 2007, and the couple has 2 children. In 2023, they put their Los Angeles property on the market, although the reasons behind the decision haven't been disclosed. This move could indicate a shift in priorities or simply mark the start of a new chapter for the family as they navigate the changes that come with this new phase in their lives. Behind the scenes, Simon Helberg faced personal struggles during the early seasons of The Big Bang Theory. He dealt with obsessive-compulsive disorder, OCD, which delayed his plans to start a family. As the show brought him fame and success, he was also grappling with severe anxiety. Over time, Helberg has openly shared his experiences, using his platform to raise awareness about mental health challenges. His willingness to speak out demonstrates that even at the height of success, such struggles can persist, and that it's important to address them with honesty and vulnerability. One of the biggest surprises of Simon Helberg's career came years after The Big Bang Theory ended. In 2022, he discovered a shocking truth. He wasn't the original choice for the role of Howard Wolowitz. Initially, Kevin Sussman, the actor who later portrayed Stewart, had been cast. However, due to a scheduling conflict, Sussman had to drop out, opening the door for Helberg to step into the role that would change his life. For over a decade, Sussman had kept this secret to avoid any awkwardness. When Helberg finally learned the truth, he was both surprised and grateful for the opportunity that ultimately shaped his career. Sara Gilbert's journey in Hollywood has been anything but ordinary. She began acting at a young age, and no one could have predicted how far she would go. Born on January 29, 1975, in Santa Monica, California, she became widely known for her role as Darlene Connor on Roseanne, a show that aired from 1988 to 1997, making her a household name. Darlene was intelligent, sarcastic, and distinct from the typical teen girls seen on TV at the time, and audiences as well as critics loved her. Gilbert's performance earned her 2 Primetime Emmy nominations, solidifying her place in television history. When Roseanne returned in 2018, Sara Gilbert wasn't just an actress, she was also an executive producer. She played a major role in reviving the show, but everything changed when Roseanne Barr posted a racist tweet about Valerie Jarrett. ABC swiftly canceled the series, despite its strong ratings. Gilbert publicly condemned Barr's remarks, stating they didn't align with the cast and crew's values. Barr, however, refused to take responsibility, blaming Gilbert for the cancellation and labeling her a traitor. The fallout was significant, and their relationship was permanently strained. Despite this, Gilbert pressed on, helping to develop The Connors, a spin-off that continued the story without Barr. In addition to Roseanne, Sara Gilbert had other prominent roles, including in The Big Bang Theory. She played Leslie Winkle, a physicist who had a brief romantic relationship with Leonard Hofstadter, portrayed by Johnny Galecki. The character was a fan favorite, known for her sharp comebacks and no-nonsense attitude. Gilbert was briefly promoted to a main cast member, but the writers struggled to integrate her into the larger storyline. Eventually, Sara Gilbert was reduced to guest appearances on The Big Bang Theory, as it wasn't her sole focus. In 2010, she created The Talk, a CBS daytime show where women discuss current events from a mother's perspective. The program became a major success, winning multiple Daytime Emmy Awards. Sara Gilbert co-hosted The Talk for nearly a decade before leaving in 2019 to focus on other projects. She also explored other creative ventures. Gilbert acted in shows like ER, Grey's Anatomy, and Atypical. She took on film roles as well, appearing in Poison Ivy and Riding in Cars with Boys. Additionally, she co-founded a production company, Sarah Plus Tom, with producer Tom Werner. She also served as an executive producer for Preps of Pittsburgh, an upcoming series. Beyond Hollywood, Sara Gilbert has a passion for art. She graduated magna cum laude from Yale University in 1997 with a degree in art and has exhibited her photography worldwide. She is also a strong advocate for eco-friendly living, promoting sustainable practices whenever possible. Kunal Nayyar had once been the shy and awkward Raj Koothrappali on The Big Bang Theory, a role that earned him global fame. But after the show ended in 2019, he didn't rest on his laurels. Instead, he took bold risks, exploring new roles and carving out a career that went far beyond the nerdy astrophysicist fans knew so well. In 2020, Nayyar surprised audiences with his portrayal of Sandep, a convicted serial killer, in Criminal UK on Netflix. The role was a stark departure from his previous work, and critics lauded his performance. In 2021, his portrayal earned him a nomination for Best Supporting Actor at the British Academy Television Awards, cementing his versatility as an actor and his ability to tackle complex, darker roles. Two years later, Kunal Nayyar starred alongside Uma Thurman in Suspicion, a thriller on Apple TV+. His shift from comedy to drama was unexpected, yet it showcased his versatility as an actor. As he took on darker and more complex roles, Nayyar proved that he could excel beyond the comedic roles that made him famous. This move marked a significant step in his career, demonstrating his ability to adapt to different genres and continue to grow as an artist. Nayyar didn't abandon comedy altogether. In 2024, he reunited with his The Big Bang Theory co-star Melissa Rauch for a guest appearance in Night Court on NBC. Later that year, he starred in the romantic comedy How to Date Billy Walsh. However, his most ambitious project is still on the horizon. He will take on the role of Scrooge in Christmas Karma, a Bollywood-style musical adaptation of A Christmas Carol, directed by Gurinder Chadha. This project promises to be a bold and exciting new chapter in Nayyar's career, blending his comedic roots with a fresh cultural twist. This fresh take on the classic A Christmas Carol could very well become one of Kunal Nayyar's career-defining moments. Animation has also played a significant role in his journey. His voice brought to life characters like Guy Diamond in DreamWorks' Trolls, 2016, and Gupta in Ice Age, Continental Drift, 2012. These roles established him as a familiar voice in family films, further expanding his career beyond live-action performances and showcasing his versatility across different genres. With his ability to seamlessly transition between mediums, Nayyar has proven that he's not just a talented actor, but also a versatile performer who can engage audiences in various forms of entertainment. In addition to his acting career, Kunal Nayyar has ventured into other creative pursuits. In 2015, he penned Yes, My Voice is Real, a memoir about his experiences as an immigrant making his way into Hollywood. The book was well received, offering fans a mix of humor and personal stories that provided a deeper look into his journey. Nayyar also co-wrote the play Cotton Candy, which debuted in India. He further expanded his theatrical repertoire by performing in Jesse Eisenberg's The Spoils, first on Broadway and later in London's West End, demonstrating his versatility as both a writer and performer. These ventures showcase his multifaceted talent, extending beyond acting into writing and theater, further cementing his place in the creative world. His career hasn't been without controversy. A particular scene in The Big Bang Theory sparked backlash when Rauch made an offensive comment comparing Bollywood actresses Madhuri Dixit and Aishwarya Rai. The remark led to public outrage, and in 2023, political analyst Mithun Vijay Kumar even took legal action against Netflix. Nayyar has never publicly downplayed the issue. Additionally, his parking habits on set were said to have irritated his co-stars, though this eventually turned into an inside joke rather than a serious problem. If you find this content interesting and want to learn more, leave a comment with the number 1. If not, leave a comment with the number 0. Now, let's move on to the next character. Melissa Rauch never envisioned becoming a Hollywood star before The Big Bang Theory catapulted her to fame. She was a struggling actress, performing stand-up at small clubs, hoping for a big break. That break came in 2009 when she was cast as Bernadette Rostenkowski-Wolowitz. Her high-pitched voice and sharp comedic timing quickly made her a fan favorite, and she stayed with the show for 10 years. But when The Big Bang Theory ended in 2019, Rauch faced a pivotal choice. She could play it safe and take on similar roles, or she could venture into uncharted territory. She chose the latter, determined to prove she was more than just Bernadette, and to explore new and exciting opportunities. In 2015, while still on The Big Bang Theory, Melissa Rauch took a significant risk with The Bronze, a dramedy that she co-wrote, co-produced, and starred in. She played Hope, a bitter former Olympic gymnast struggling to let go of her past success. The film premiered at the Sundance Film Festival, and while the reviews were mixed, her performance truly stood out. However, landing that role wasn't easy. Initially, producers didn't want her as the lead. They sought a more recognizable movie star. Rauch fought for the role and prevailed. Her portrayal was bold, funny, and a far cry from her character, Bernadette, showcasing her versatility as an actress and proving that she had more to offer than her iconic sitcom role. Voice acting became another significant facet of Melissa Rauch's career. In 2017, she took on the iconic role of Harley Quinn in Batman and Harley Quinn, a role she had dreamed about for years. She infused the character with her own unique flair, combining humor, mischief, and Harley's rebellious energy. Rauch later revealed that she drew inspiration from her childhood in New Jersey to shape the character's playful yet strong persona, adding a personal touch to the beloved villain. Her portrayal resonated with fans, proving her ability to tackle diverse roles and bring her own distinct energy to animated characters. After The Big Bang Theory ended, Melissa Rauch took some time to focus on her family. She had married writer-producer Winston Bagel years earlier, and they welcomed their first child in 2017, followed by their second child in 2020. However, she didn't step away from acting for long. In 2023, she made her return to network television with a lead role in the Night Court revival on NBC. She portrayed Judge Abby Stone, the daughter of Judge Harold T. Stone from the original series. Rauch also became an executive producer, collaborating closely with her husband to bring the show to life. Night Court was a hit, with audiences loving the blend of humor and sincerity. NBC quickly renewed it for a second season. Rauch's character, Abby, exudes optimism, but there's more to her than just jokes. Her struggle with alcoholism added depth to the character, making the show much more than a mere nostalgia trip. Rauch's multifaceted portrayal earned praise for its emotional resonance and helped to elevate the revival. Outside of acting, Melissa Rauch stayed incredibly busy. She lent her voice to characters in animated shows like Firebuds in 2022 and made an appearance on Celebrity Jeopardy that same year. While she didn't make it to the finals, fans loved seeing her fun personality shine through. Despite her expanding career, family remains her top priority. She and her husband, Winston Bagel, co-run January Productions, the company they built together. Rauch also dedicates time to charity work, co-founding Oscar's Kids, a nonprofit for children with cancer. While she generally steers clear of controversy, she has fought hard for some of her most significant roles. The Bronze is a prime example, where producers doubted she could carry the film, but she proved them wrong. Rather than being forever known as Bernadette, she has carved out an ever-growing, diverse career, balancing her passion for acting with her commitment to family and charity. In the early 1990s, Mayim Bialik was a teen star, known for her role on the hit show Blossom, and she had a promising future in Hollywood. But instead of continuing to chase acting opportunities, she made an unexpected decision. She left the entertainment industry to study neuroscience. Bialik, who had always been interested in science, enrolled at UCLA, where she earned a PhD in neuroscience. Her decision was a bold move, but it ultimately shaped her unique career path, blending her passion for science with her acting background. Bialik's return to acting came years later, and she would go on to star in The Big Bang Theory, where her character Amy Farrah Fowler was a neuroscientist, reflecting her real-life expertise. Years later, Bialik made an even bigger return to the spotlight with her role as Amy Farrah Fowler in The Big Bang Theory. That role not only made her a household name, but also earned her 4 Primetime Emmy nominations and 2 Critics' Choice Television Awards. As of 2025, she remains a prominent figure in both the entertainment industry and the field of science, though her journey has been marked by both immense success and occasional controversy. After The Big Bang Theory ended in 2019, Mayim Bialik starred in Call Me Kat from 2021 to 2023, a comedy about an eccentric woman running a cat cafe. The show gained a loyal fan base, but was canceled after 3 seasons in 2022. Bialik's performance was praised, showcasing her comedic skills beyond her role as Amy Farrah Fowler. Bialik also made her directorial debut with As They Made Us, a deeply personal drama praised for its emotional storytelling. During this period, she co-hosted Jeopardy alongside Ken Jennings from 2021 to 2023. While some viewers appreciated her intelligence and presence, others critiqued her hosting style. Her endorsement of the brain supplement Nuriva, which some experts criticized as pseudoscience, further fueled the debate surrounding her role. Outside of acting, Bialik has found success as an author. She wrote accessible science books like Girling Up and Boying Up, exploring the challenges of growing up. She also authored Sling, focused on parenting, and Mayim's Vegan Table, offering plant-based recipes. In 2015, she launched Grok Nation, a website aimed at discussing social issues and fostering meaningful conversations. Although Grok Nation ceased updates in 2019, Bialik's background in neuroscience has made her a passionate advocate for women in STEM fields. She is also an outspoken proponent of mental health awareness, sharing her personal experiences with OCD and eating disorders on her podcast, Mayim Bialik's Breakdown. Co-hosted with partner Jonathan Cohen, the podcast explores mental health from both scientific and personal perspectives, offering valuable insights and fostering open discussions. Faith plays a significant role in Bialik's life. She identifies as a modern Orthodox Jew and often speaks about her beliefs. She has also voiced her support for Israel, especially during times of conflict. While many admire her for standing firm in her faith, others have criticized her views. Throughout her career, Bialik has faced controversies, which have sparked both admiration and criticism from different audiences. In 2017, Bialik wrote an op-ed for the New York Times about the Harvey Weinstein scandal, suggesting that dressing modestly and avoiding flirtation had protected her from harassment. Many perceived this as victim blaming, and the backlash was swift. Bialik apologized and clarified that no victim is ever responsible for assault. She also faced criticism for her views on vaccines. Early in her career, she admitted to delaying vaccinations for her children, which led some to label her as anti-vaccine. However, she later contracted COVID-19 and publicly received the flu vaccine, signaling a shift in her stance. Kevin Sussman never set out to become famous before The Big Bang Theory turned him into a household name. He was simply an ambitious actor working to find his place in Hollywood, even working in a comic book store while auditioning for roles. He never imagined that one day, he would be playing a comic book store owner in one of the biggest sitcoms in television history. When The Big Bang Theory ended in 2019, many wondered what the future held for Kevin Sussman. Unlike some actors who struggle to break free from iconic roles, Sussman transitioned smoothly into new projects. He showcased his versatility by taking on dramatic roles in Better Call Saul and The Dropout. In Better Call Saul, he portrayed Mr. Link in 2 episodes, proving he could handle serious storytelling. In The Dropout, Hulu's miniseries about Elizabeth Holmes and the Theranos scandal, he played Mark Rusler, adding another strong dramatic performance to his growing resume. Comedy continues to be an important part of Sussman's career. He appeared in 2 episodes of Call Me Kat, a comedy starring his former The Big Bang Theory co-star Mayim Bialik. He also landed a recurring role in Lessons in Chemistry, an Apple TV Plus series, where he plays Walter Pine. These roles demonstrate that Sussman isn't confined to just one genre. He effortlessly transitions between comedy and drama. Beyond acting, his growing body of work highlights his diverse talents and range. Kevin Sussman never set out to become famous before The Big Bang Theory made him a household name. He was simply an ambitious actor trying to carve his niche in Hollywood, even working at a comic book store while auditioning for roles. He never imagined that one day he would portray a comic book store owner in one of the most successful sitcoms in television history. When The Big Bang Theory ended in 2019, many were curious about what would come next for Kevin Sussman. Unlike some actors who struggle to move on from an iconic role, Sussman transitioned smoothly into new projects. He demonstrated his range by taking on dramatic roles in Better Call Saul and The Dropout. In Better Call Saul, he portrayed Mr. Link in 2 episodes, proving he could tackle more serious, nuanced storytelling. In The Dropout, Hulu's mini-series about Elizabeth Holmes and the Theranos scandal, he played Mark Rusler, adding another strong dramatic performance to his diverse resume. Comedy remains an important aspect of Sussman's career. He appeared in 2 episodes of Call Me Kat, a comedy starring his former The Big Bang Theory co-star Mayim Bialik. He also secured a recurring role in Lessons in Chemistry, an Apple TV Plus series where he plays Walter Pine. These roles demonstrate that Sussman isn't limited to just one genre. He effortlessly shifts between comedy and drama. His versatility extends beyond acting, showcasing a wide range of talents that keep him evolving as an artist. In 2013, Kevin Sussman co-created Dark Minions, a stop-motion animated comedy, alongside John Ross Bowie, who played Barry Kripke on The Big Bang Theory. Amazon Studios purchased the project, but it was never fully produced. Despite this setback, Sussman continued to pursue his passion for writing. He and Bowie collaborated on other scripts, including The Ever After Part and The Second, which were pitched to CBS. Although these shows were never aired, they demonstrated that Sussman's talents extended far beyond acting, highlighting his deep passion for storytelling. Before becoming Stuart Bloom on The Big Bang Theory, Kevin Sussman built an impressive career with notable roles. He appeared in Ugly Betty as Walter and had parts in films like Liberty Heights, 1999, and Almost Famous, 2000. Initially, he was cast as Howard Wolowitz on The Big Bang Theory, but because he had signed with ABC for Ugly Betty, he had to drop the role, which Simon Helberg later took on. A few seasons later, Sussman joined the show as Stuart, transforming what was originally a supporting role into one of the most beloved characters in the series. Despite his success, Kevin Sussman faced significant challenges during the SAG 2023 strike. After the strike, he spoke out about how streaming platforms had dramatically altered the way actors get paid. When The Big Bang Theory originally aired on CBS, syndication provided a stable income for actors. However, when the show moved to streaming platforms like Max and Amazon Prime, the syndication income dropped significantly. His experience highlights a broader issue in Hollywood, where many actors are struggling to make a living in the streaming era, as traditional revenue streams have been replaced with models that don't always benefit the performers. Laura Spencer has carved out her own unique path to success. Born on May 8, 1986 in Oklahoma City, she found a love for acting at a young age. She pursued her passion by studying theater at the University of Oklahoma, where she earned a Bachelor of Fine Arts degree in 2008. She began her acting journey with smaller roles but soon got her big break. In 2013, she became part of the Big Bang Theory cast as Emily Sweeney, a dermatologist involved in a complex relationship with Rauch. Although Emily was initially set to appear in just one episode, her character resonated with viewers and she remained on the show through season 10. Emily stood out for her kind nature and unique interest in horror movies, which added a fun and unexpected twist to her personality. At the same time, Spencer took on the role of Jessica Warren in Bones, appearing from seasons 9 through 12. She played a fun, free-spirited intern and managed to juggle two major TV roles at once. It wasn't easy, but she handled it with confidence. Before her rise on network television, she gained attention for her work in The Lizzie Bennet Diaries, a web series that gave Pride and Prejudice a modern twist. The series earned an Emmy for Outstanding Creative Achievement in Interactive Media. Spencer has said the project showed her how powerful social media can be in telling stories. Spencer's work grew beyond just television. In 2021, she starred in 13 Minutes, a disaster drama centered on a tornado and the people affected by it. The film touches on important topics such as immigration and personal choice, and her role as Vicky allowed her to explore more serious themes. She kept building her career with standout roles. In 2024, she appeared in an episode of Grey's Anatomy titled If Walls Could Talk. She also made a guest appearance in Reservation Dogs, showing her interest in stories that carry cultural weight both on and off the screen. Spencer tends to keep her personal life out of the spotlight, She married Michael Jack Greenwald in 2019 and avoids the drama often linked to fame. Rather than seeking attention, she puts her energy into her craft and giving back, using her voice to support causes that matter to her. If you enjoy unexpected stories and want to catch up on the lives of the Big Bang Theory cast, be sure to give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and drop a comment below. We'd love to hear from you. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you never miss out on our latest videos. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.